All right, guys, hanging out with Travis. Travis, great to see you. Want to talk about marketing, advertising, crazy stuff.
You too. Hey, Scott.
Yeah, doing great. Boise, I'm in Colorado here. Hope your summer's great and you're getting a little bit of fun in. For people who don't know, give us a quick update on what you're doing and how wildly successful it has proven to be.
So we're a video and ad buying agency. We're 7 years old, about 120 employees,
Yeah.
and we've driven about 600 million in sales. We've
Wow.
tripled the revenue of 6 multi-million-dollar companies,
Wow.
and we're scaling D2C e-commerce companies every day with really good videos and good ad buying.
Well, listen, that sounds good. Those are super impressive stats right there. So what's the secret sauce? I mean, these companies are constantly trying different things and different approaches, hit or miss. You guys have really latched onto something that works.
Yeah, the thing right now is with digital marketing is a lot of people got in early and it was kind of easy to get a lot of sales, and even Facebook ads used to be a lot cheaper and easier. But as
Yeah.
time goes on, it gets more competitive, just like Google search did back in the day.
Yeah.
And SEO is now very, very difficult to pull off. And we've just found the new frontier is having really good creative. That's how we've gotten past all of these new privacy updates that Facebook has rolled out, where people aren't able to track your behavior between apps. And so this has been, really good. Ad creative has always worked and it will always work.
Yeah. And you guys do, speaking of creative, I mean, when you say creative, some of this stuff is just kind of whimsical and fun. It makes you laugh. It's kind of a pleasure to watch it.
Yeah, we've got stuff all over the board. Our bread and butter has always been humor and comedy because it's very difficult to pull that off. Most people that are good at writing humor and comedy are like famous, or
Yeah,
they're or
yeah.
that there's some nightclub with like 4 people there, right?
Right. Yeah.
We've got stuff that's very cinematic. We've got huge hyperbole type stuff. So it's all over the board, but humor is definitely the thing that has worked really well for us.
Yeah, no, you guys have just done a great job with that. I love it, man. I love laughing along. And you're right. I think that a lot of these companies, Travis, have kind of forgotten about creative. Like you get so focused on analytics and all the stuff that sometimes you forget, man, do something that is just eye-catching and different.
Yeah, the 90s style marketing was very brand heavy. Brand marketing was kind of the king
Right.
in the 90s and the early thousands. And then the internet came and kind of knocked it down and opened up this whole direct response thing that was something new, different than, the typical direct response of direct mailers, radio, print, and infomercials.
Yeah.
And so it kind of blended both worlds. And then it got to a point where it got so efficient and the targeting was so rich that it did far better and was far more scalable in some cases than traditional media. But now the pendulum is kind of swinging back, and
Yeah.
the whole industry and all these brands have kind of shifted and slowly into direct response. And so now it's just all merging, and it's gone from 100 cable channels to now there's 1,000 platforms between social channels and Hulu and OTT, and it's just crazy.
Crazy. Right. All right. Well, before we let you go, this is super great. What would be your advice to a small business owner, small to medium-sized business owner who's thinking about Facebook, thinking about Instagram, thinking about TV, thinking about radio, thinking about video? What would be your advice?
Yeah, I mean, Facebook ads are really great. You get really good, rich targeting data. You can find out what messaging and what creative works very, very quickly within the first $2,000 or $3,000 in spend. So I always recommend starting there.
Yeah.
And if you can get $2,000 to generate $3,000 or $4,000, you'll probably be able to get 10 to drive 20 or 30, and then so on. And so it's just cracking that game and figuring that out, having the right creative, having some good ad buyers, and I mean, just look at us. I mean, we were 20 employees and we started running our ads, and now we're 120 employees. So
yeah, exactly. Right. Well, that's how you and I connected. I saw one of your ads and said, man, this stuff is super cool. I got to hit these guys up, and I'm glad we did. You and I are buddies now, and I think it's great. We're going to throw the website down at the bottom of the screen so people can look you up and give you guys a shout.
Thanks to Zuckerberg for bringing us together.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
All right.
Go back to your lizard people, Mark.
Sounds like a plan. All right, Travis, really great chatting with you. Keep up the great work. We appreciate it. Anytime you're in Colorado, hit me up, hit us up.
Awesome. Thanks.
Okay. Thanks, man.